If you work out at home, do you ever see the equipment on Amazon that's really cheap and wonder, is it worth it or is it a piece of junk? In this video, I'm going to share with you the cheapest cable pulley system I found on Amazon. I'm going to let you know who it's good for, why I picked it, how to set it up, exercises you can do with it, some issues that I did have with it, and my overall opinion. So let's dive in and find out if this cheap piece of equipment is worth it or a dud. So this is not a sponsored video. This is just a piece of equipment that I ended up picking out, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you. Now, I am affiliated with Amazon, so if you did purchase this through my link below in the description, yes, I would get a little bit of a commission, and that would help me support the channel, so I'd appreciate that. So there's several reasons why I picked this particular pulley system. See, I already have a high pulley, low pulley system, but it's buried in my garage deep in the back corner, and I can see it, but there's no way I'm going to get it out of there anytime soon. And since I already had a system, my mind was saying, you can't spend a lot of money on this, you already have one. So after endless research, going through the different items, the reviews, the cost, all the different breakdowns, I finally pulled the trigger on this system, the Mikolo. My original goal was to try to find a pulley system that was around $25. This one coming in at about $32 was perfect. So let's talk about what the system includes. 2 lengths of cables, one is 70 inches and one is 90 inches. The loading pin, which is the weight holder, the Olympic sleeve adapter. You just slide this over the top, and that way you can use your Olympic plates or your standard plates. Do you already have weight plates, and are they Olympic size or standard size? Let me know in the comments below. The barbell clamp to make sure the weight stays on securely, the rope handle, the straight bar handle, 3 hoist buckles, which we usually refer to as carpenters, the hanging strap, and the pulley itself. So just in case you're thinking, well, yeah, they're probably cheap knockoffs of all that kind of stuff. In actuality, that's not true. They are gym quality, and the fact that they have a rope handle included in the kit is really pretty awesome, because if you consider the rope handle, the straight bar, and the Olympic adapter themselves would all run about $45. To set up the system, you pick whichever cable you want to use. In this case, I'm using the 70-inch, but there's also a 90-inch. And then you get a couple of your carpenters. So with this pulley, you're going to take the other side and you're going to actually slide it through. This is the part that's going to go to your weight. So once that slides through, the stopper will automatically stop. So your handle or whatever will go on this side so that it doesn't go all the way through. So then you'll have one clip that goes here, because that's going to attach it to the strap at the top. And then of course you'll have one clip here that goes to the handle. And then you'll use the third clip on the other side, which goes to the weight. So your third clip is going to go right here onto the weight pin. And this will then attach to the other clip. You always want to make sure that it's nice and straight before you begin your exercise, because sometimes it gets kind of bent. And then of course you have your clasp on here. You will just close it, pushing that over, release it, close it to make sure the weight is nice and secure. And then going overhead, you're going to take your pulley and put it on the strap and clip it together. And then attach whatever bar you want to use onto this clip. Changing the weight. To change the weight, take the clip off the weight pin, undo the collar and slide it off, make whatever changes you need to do, and then put the collar back on, attach the carpenter, and you're ready to go. Using the Olympic adapter, first get the adapter, then unhook the weight, slide the collar off and whatever weights might be on there. Simply slide the Olympic adapter over the top of the weight pin, and then you're ready to add your Olympic size plates. Put the collar back on and reattach the carpenter, and you're all set. A nice added feature is the padded bottom. That way you won't be marking up whatever floor you have. Now, as far as who this pulley system is good for, well, pretty much everyone, from beginners to advanced, just not that person that can lift over 280 pounds, because that's the maximum load for the weight pin. You can build muscle, you can sculpt, you can tone, you can do post-injury rehab, you can work on your balance. It's also perfect if you're short on space, because it is small, you can break it down very quickly, and it's portable. And it also has two configurations. You can use the high pulley or the low pulley. And I had some issues with that, and we'll get into that in the next section. It's versatile enough to do pull downs, triceps, face pulls, and one arm exercises. What I like the most is that you can actually use smaller increments of weights with this type of system, because at the gym, you're stuck either jumping to 5 or 10 or 15 pounds. And sometimes you need smaller increments in order to get to that next big jump. Another thing I like a lot is the straight bar handle. It is lightweight, but it is definitely well made. And I've used a lot of straight bars in my day, and I must say I'm very impressed with this. It's really nice. The Olympic sleeve adapter. And sometimes I'm using equipment that I have the Olympic plates on, and I use the standard plates for the pulley, and sometimes vice versa. So it just really makes it very convenient and versatile. The only issue I found with this is that the plates do tend to swing a little bit if you move too fast or you start the exercise too fast. And the simple solution for that is slow your repetitions down, which you should be doing anyway, and just make sure that when you begin the exercise, move slowly. I did find that in certain exercises, like with your feet staggered, it could be a little awkward, but then when I played with it, I realized that you can use your feet parallel, you can stagger them. It's just a matter really of controlling the weight, and then it doesn't swing and hit you in the calf. So they refer to these as the lift up exercises, and we're going to go through some of those, and I'll let you know some of the issues I had with that. To set up the low pulley configuration, simply take the pulley off of the overhead attachment, bring it down, and place it directly onto the weight pin. Then take the attachment that was on the weight pin and put it on the overhead attachment. Once the pulley is on the weight stack, then just clip your handle and you're ready to go. And on the low pulley, you think you might be able to do cable rows, but you really can't because everything just kind of slides. Now let's look at some of the exercises you can do with this. Triceps overhead extension from the low pulley. This is an excellent exercise for shaping the triceps. It really gets a nice stretch and you can get a full range of motion. You can use either the bar or the rope handle for this exercise. Remember to start the exercise slowly so that the weight stack doesn't swing, and keep it slow and controlled through the whole range of motion. The high pulley abdominal rope crunch, the high pulley triceps overhead extension, which you can use the rope or the bar. You can use a parallel stance as shown here, or a staggered stance as shown here to prevent the weights from hitting you in the back of the leg. The high pulley triceps press down, you can use the rope or the bar. High pulley face pulls can also be done with either the rope or the bar. The high pulley row can also be done with the rope or the bar. Pull downs can be done on the high pulley by either sitting on the ground or in a chair or a bench. Stiff arm pull downs also work the back and can be done with a rope or a bar. So I'd have to give this a 2 thumbs up. I think it's a great system. It's a great price. And the fact that they give you the handles and the Olympic adapter, all that kind of stuff for that low price is really amazing. So check it out. I'll put the link in the description along with the link to the other handles and some other things that might help you out if you're working out at home. If you have any questions about the cable or things that you can do with it, go ahead and leave it in the comments and I'll answer it for you. Keep an eye out for my upcoming video on the cheapest handle I found on Amazon for one-arm cable workouts.